Finally, I have deleted the virus peace, which has affected 500 million hometowns last week. Now the world is safe. Technology rocks.
Henry, we don't distinguish between terrorists and countries that support them. Just go and bomb the entire city. That's the only way to bring peace.
हमारे 10 फिलाइन दुश्मन मुल्क के अंदर घुस चुके हैं। हमारा एक इशारा और boom! There will be peace forever.
My beloved children, you already know who I am, don't you? You just heard three gentlemen talk about peace. Do you know who they are? Let me introduce you to them. This is Sam. He's the leader of the world's most powerful country. This is Steve Ross, a technology wizard. And he's responsible for giving some of the most innovative devices of your time. And meet Ohama. He's the leader of many radical terrorist outlets. You've all heard them talk about peace. I spent my entire life talking about peace, achieving peace, through truth and non-violence. I know all of you want peace as well, but you don't know where to find it. And so I have decided to invite these three people today to have an open dialogue on how do we establish peace in today's world. So come, let's get started without any further delay. Come, my brothers.
Hey, Mr. Gandhi, I know this dialogue and talk is just a gimmick, but I'm going to end your propaganda and establish real truth.
Ohama, relax. I assure you, you'll get your fair chance to share your story. This is going to be an open heart-to-heart dialogue.
We will see.
Okay, Sam, let me start with you. How are you going to establish peace in this world?
I will bring peace through power. As the representative of the most powerful nation in the world, I am committed to lead the world to peace by disarming terrorists.
And how do you plan to do that?
We'll target terror hotspots, their training grounds, and people who support them. We'll bomb their cowardly hideouts and bring them to the open for a real battle of strength.
Cowardly hideouts? We are not cowards. हम नहीं डरते हैं जालिम केले बमों की मार से। अब बचना तो हमारे तीर और तलवार से।
Ohama, I told you, have patience. I will come to you in a while. Relax. Yes, Sam. What are the strategies here?
We'll strangle them by cutting off their supplies. We'll bring them to their knees and starve them to death.
You think we'll keep quiet? तुम एक सिपाही मारोगे, हम 1 लाख बनाएंगे.
Okay, and Ross, what are your plans to establish peace in this world?
In my view, people support the war on terror because they are afraid of your barbaric acts.
And what else will you do?
I will use technology to bring peace. People are unhappy because of their limitations. I will use technology to eradicate the space and time constraint.
To me, these technologies matter only if the benefits of those reach the poorest of the poor. Are they reaching wrong?
Well, I will try in my next technical upgrade.
Okay, we shall see. Ohama, you tell me, how will you establish peace in this world?
I shall establish peace through Sharia and unconditional surrender to the will of Almighty.
And what would his path be except violence and destruction?
And killing innocent civilians?
Sam, Robs, let me tell you, Islam preaches peace, simplicity, and universal brotherhood.
Shukran, Mr. Gandhi. Let me tell you, why I do what I do.
Sure, go ahead.
Our terror is reactive. Our wealth and oil has been robbed. Our freedom crushed. Our dignity trampled. You accuse us of killing innocent civilians. Have you spared our civilians in your war against us?
Ohama, I understand where you're coming from. And I know your people have sacrificed their careers, their lives, and their families for their motives. But my friend, tell me, how will you establish peace in this world when your own hands are tainted with crimes against humanity?
Crimes? We are not criminals. We are fighting a moral war against the corrupt Western ideology.
And you think doing terrorist attacks is justified to beat these ideologies?
I'm a man of book, and I do as preached in my book. فَقَتْلُ مُشْرِكِينَ حَيْثُ وَجَدْتُمُوهُمْ Surah Tawbah, Ayat 5. Kill a kafir wherever you find him.
That verse only applies when you're attacked in an ongoing war.
The war for peace is ongoing, Mr. Gandhi.
Even in the 10 laws from your prophet on war, you are prohibited to kill women, children, and elders in a war. And have you not read the peace verses in the Quran itself? When you kill one innocent civilian, it's like killing the entire humanity.
Right.
Remember, Ohama, these attacks only satisfy your ego. They achieve nothing lasting.
That's why we declared war against them.
Well, Mr. President, this applies to you too.
What?
Yes, this satisfies your ego but achieves nothing lasting.
We will make their lives miserable by imposing economic sanctions against them.
Sanctions. Sam, how can you justify restoring peace in one country by destroying another?
Mr. Gandhi, sometimes we have to cut off an infected limb to save the rest of the body.
Yes, they do it. Only when they don't see any hope of recovery. Just saying.
Yes, hope. And in my books, nobody is beyond hope or redemption. Not even a terrorist.
Mr. Gandhi, sometimes you have to take hard steps for establishing peace.
Hard steps. Do you know how many civilians you have killed in this so-called war against terror? Do you know that in Iraq itself, 500,000 children have died because of economic sanctions? How can you do war on terrorism when war itself is terrorism?
I completely agree with you, Baha.
Well, if you agree with me, Rob, then do something about it. Today, man has gone to the moon and come back. But what have you done to connect the people in this world?
Oh yes, Babu. If there is one thing where we have done exceptionally well, is this. Today, 60% of the people in the world carries a mobile phone. And one more thing. We have created a common platform for them. Facebook. For them to share, entertain, and educate.
Has your Facebook made the people more benevolent and friendlier towards each other?
Like never before, Babu. They found their long-lost friends and relatives on Facebook. And everyone here has an account on Facebook, and they love it.
My marketing genius, Rob. Your devices hasn't actually connected. It has distant people. Today, people are just interested in scrolling on their smartphones than talking to the person sitting beside them. And to what end? To share, to like, to comment. Tell me, of the 1,000 friends that you have on Facebook, how many can you really rely on in your hour of need?
Gandhi Baba, I agree with your inputs on not becoming a slave of materialism and technology. But I'm not really sure whether your methods of non-violence really work.
Ohama, my friend, I have history on my side. Besides the independence that we fought in India, Martin Luther King got civil rights for black Americans using non-violence. The people in Iran also got their freedom from the Shah using non-violence. But there is not one example in the history where a terrorist organization has created a humane society.
Gandhi Baba, if we were to follow your methods, our enemies would hunt us down like wild animals. And thanks to the biased media, there will be no witnesses, no martyrdom, only a pointless waste of life.
I agree some sections of media are biased, but not all.
Well, if you have the problem, then why can't you start your own publication the way Mr. Gandhi did or the way Al Jazeera has done? And if that's not enough, turn to social media. If there is a voice and if you have a truth, people will listen.
People are listening even now. I don't speak of others. In our own examples, our methods have given us immense success. Land, funds, manpower. And even greater glory is achieved when an unknown fighter kills non-believers in some corner of the world.
Glory? What glory are you talking about? You should know, even if you don't believe in non-violence, that your own methods have made incalculable harm for your own people. You have destroyed the credibility of a great religion like Islam. Today, millions of people around the world associate Islam with violence and destruction. You have misguided thousands of youth and disturbed millions of Muslims. And you have given excuse to your opponents to unleash this extensive violence on you.
أشهد أن لا
But Gandhi Baba, then what options do I have? Do you have any advice for me to create a better society for my communities?
Yes, I have. If you're really interested in rebuilding your societies, then start by enriching your communities. Start by educating your masses. Pick up the great values from Islam and relate them to the circumstances of your people. And don't be shy to take the good values from the Western world and use them to enrich your society. Ohama, stop blaming others for your situation. If you really want to be the change that you want the world to see.
Babu, you have forced me to reconsider my views and do a thorough self-introspection. This path is new, but you have given me a new hope, a new light. I was lost, Babu, but you have shown me the light that has opened my eyes.
And the eyes that are completely open cannot even ask for forgiveness. I will convince the world leaders to take the path of peace and reconciliation.
And I will revitalize my societies and adopt the path of peace and mutual dialogue with my opponents.
And we are also totally convinced and energized and pledged to put it into practice what we have learned today.
And we are ready now to bring real peace to this world, Babu, under your guidance.
My brothers, I am really touched that you've decided to adopt this path of non-violence to establish peace. But I cannot take any action. The right of action belongs to the living. And I have left this world 70 years ago. It is now up to the three of you to come together and make this world a better place and to establish peace. And remember, when religious harmony is met with good governance and governments harness the power of technology, progress is inevitable. Look at this little red dot, Singapore, where racial harmony, good governance, and latest technology has created peace and magical progress.
Babu, we stand united today to lead the world to this positive change. Come, brothers and sisters, let's make this world a better place for our children.
A place where hearts are one, not lands.
A place where people are not just living in virtual world, but they live in real life.
A place where people are not discriminated against based on their beliefs.
My learned friends, in our drama, my three brothers have reconciled. But in the real world, it is up to each of you to establish peace and make this world a better place. And you can do this by choosing to spend time with your family and loved ones, by choosing hope over fear, and by choosing love over hatred, and by giving peace a chance. Come.
You make the change! Dear friends, thank you very much for liking our attempt. Introduce the participants of this play, starting with Pathik Gandhi for background score. Devanshu Zaveri as Mr. Sam. Steve Robs, played by Tejas Chitaliya. Amol Karnik, our Gandhiji.
And last but not the least, for concept, writing the script and direction, as well as Ohama, Hemanshu Parekh.
Friends, I would like to also thank all the people whose writing has inspired me. Lastly, I must thank them as well. Shri Narayan Desai, son of Mahatma Gandhi's secretary Mahadev Desai, Lord Bhikhubhai Parekh, and last but not the least, Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you.